From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Thank you very much, Ed. As you can see, we are in an audio recording studio in Los Angeles today, and you may have recognized the gentleman coming out of the studio right now. He is our announcer on Boaz Power TV. This is Ed Cowden. We're delighted today to be interviewing him. So, Ed, we're so pleased to have you on the Power Show. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Ed, one of the things we teach audiences all over the world when we talk to people is to ask them certain questions because it gets people to really open up and tell us about themselves.
Of course.
So we're doing a couple of things here. Today we're going to find out why you are one of the more successful people who do voiceovers in Los Angeles and all over the world. But first, we want to find out about you as an individual. Doesn't he have a great voice? Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, Ed, I'm just curious, where are you from originally?
Originally from Brockton, Massachusetts.
What is that close to?
It is south of Boston by about 12 miles.
Mm-hmm. And you live in Los Angeles now.
I do indeed.
What brought you here?
On-camera acting, actually. I started off as an on-camera commercial television actor.
Now, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
A lawyer.
Really? You like to argue?
Yeah, I'm actually exceptionally good at polemics. If you want to get into a political argument about metaphysics, epistemology, morality, politics, look out.
You've already passed me, so I will go backwards and find out. So you wanted to be an attorney, but what made you then go into acting? How did you get into that?
I actually had been an actor beforehand and studied academically. I was a philosophy history major undergrad. I sort of switched gears at some point. And then the more I got involved in the intellectual side, the more I missed the creative side of my life and inevitably had to return to it. So I had been an actor. My father's a singer. He sings bluegrass. I had singing in my family the whole time. And I'd been acting and acting and acting, and then somebody mentioned voiceover at one point, and I just took the steps necessary to become a voiceover artist.
Now, what year did you come to Los Angeles?
7 years ago, so 2003.
And did you at that time have any kind of a job or anything, or did you just come out here?
Came out here with nothing. Nothing but a dream.
So, one of the lessons we teach people all over the world is when somebody has a dream, you've got to have the guts to do something. You obviously did.
Obviously.
The question is, first of all, do you have a family?
Yes.
Tell us a little more about you.
Like my wife?
Yes.
I'm married to Karina Dalmas Cowden. We have that's our joint name together, and she is from Uruguay, Montevideo, and we've been married for about almost a year now, and we've been together for 2. So she's my closest family, my best friend.
And she is also in broadcasting, is she not?
Yes, she is. She is an on-camera investigative reporter, and she's a producer.
Excellent.
For Spanish TV.
Now, do you all have any pets?
No, not right now.
Would you like some?
We're going to get a dog soon.
Oh, good.
Eventually,
Good.
We're going to get a dog.
Good. So back to how you made this happen, because I personally know this is not the easiest thing in the world. There are lots of folks who would love to be doing commercials and voiceovers.
Absolutely.
So you come here with nothing, and you have any contacts here?
Nothing.
How did you
Absolutely
get started?
It took a lot of time. You know, the groundwork time is you find places to study, find people to study with, word of mouth. You have you eventually develop people that you trust and their judgment on teachers and instructors. And so the first thing you have to do, obviously, in any arena is get the education required to move forward in it.
Okay.
So that's step number one, is get
but
educated.
How do you get yourself into doors? You know, because there are a lot of doors you've got to knock on before you can make a goal happen. So what kept you going?
Just the desire to do it. The desire that there was no other thing that I wanted to do. There was nothing else that was going to sustain me. I had already been through the law channel and realized that after about 2 years of that I was going to be emotionally, physically starving at some point.
So are you telling me, in essence, you had no means of retreat, so to speak?
No.
You were going to make this happen?
This was it. I remember my father distinctly said, "What's your backup plan if you're not going to go to law school? If you're not going to finish and become an attorney?" And I said, "There is no backup plan. I have none. This is it. Yeah. There's no other choice."
Which is a great lesson in life, is it not, for all of us? because determination and having definiteness of purpose, that's what Napoleon Hill says in the book Think and Grow Rich.
Absolutely.
And so you had that.
Absolutely.
So there was no, I'll go home if this doesn't work.
There's no option.
There's no option.
No. No safety net, nothing to save me.
And so how did the breaks begin happening? Were you just very persistent? Did you keep calling? What did you keep doing that made you eventually successful?
I've never been a big caller.
Okay.
I'm not big on that. There's something about cold calling that is not a strength of mine. I'm not a big fan of it. Most of it is just consistency of performance, practicing constantly, waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning and practicing voiceover for 2 hours before I actually even have an audition that day.
Wow.
So there's just that repetition, but also continuing education. There's never a point where you've learned too much, and there's never a student that is so bad that you can't learn something from them. So it's that continually being humbled and being open to learning from anybody, and just realizing that wherever I am right now, I know the most that I can right now, but tomorrow there's some other piece of information I don't have, or I don't understand it as well right now as I will tomorrow.
Which leads me to mention to you that if you're running a company and you want to do a corporate film, a voiceover for a commercial or something, this is the guy you ought to call. Send me an email, boaz@boazpower.com. I'll get you in touch with Ed. That's why I have him as our announcer on The Power Show. Ed, thank you so much. A pleasure to have you with us. Another great example, persistence, practicing, staying with something, dedicating your life to something so strongly that there is nothing else. And when you do that, then good things will happen, as they have for my friend Ed. Remember, you are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness. Please share this television show with 5 people you know. Get them to subscribe on my website, boazpower.com, and we can pay it forward. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.